We are facing world's biggest man-made disaster on global scale. By 2050, humans could reach a point of no return, in which the prospect of a largely uninhabited Earth leads to the breakdown of nations and international order. We call it for a society-wide emergency, which is why we launch International Children's Parliament.
As young global citizens, we are distressed by the various issues the world is facing. What upsets us even more is that many of our schoolmates are not even aware of the problems. This led us to come up with the idea of starting a children's parliament in our school to start by educating the very young generation.
We started discussing an idea to start a club wherein children get to talk and find solutions to important global issues.
But since April, when our school officially reopened, we thought of having such a platform. We discussed with our principal and various other teachers, and they were convinced that starting a parliament was a great idea. After the summer vacations, we kicked off with our plan. Through this parliament, we'll be dealing with many SDGs. This way, the future generation will be aware of sustainable development goals and will further contribute to tackle them in the best possible manner. MUNs happen from 6th grade in our school. So, we decided to involve the students of primary grade so that even they get a chance to learn and express their views on important issues. Since children were the ones speaking, we asked them what issue they wanted to talk about. They unanimously responded with the thought to talk about environmental problems. Soon after, we were invited to take part in the Innovation Challenge. We were overjoyed that whatever we are doing, this challenge allows us to showcase our enterprise in form of a video. Children were allotted a country, each to represent, and were asked to research about the environmental problems in their respective countries and come up with a common solution. We then called multiple guest speakers. The first speaker we invited was one of our ex-students. He was the head boy of a school and inspiration to many. They understood what a parliament was and the important role they played as a member.
I participate in MUNs, and in one such event, I got to learn under Sayan Abba sir as my executive board. We contacted him and he readily agreed to play the part. Sir highlighted various things, and all the people, including our team and teachers, were intrigued by his vast knowledge.
After this, what did we do? What was the next step?
We had meetings with the deputy and speaker of the parliament. We presided over the meetings, and we had a very fun and interactive session.
Are you wondering what changes this parliament brought in these students? Let us take you to some parents.
My child has had such great exposure through this, and I have seen some noticeable changes in him. He has started to be little abreast of the current world issues.
He is being aware of the environmental conditions not just in India but all through the world. Also, he tries to make people aware after attending these sessions.
Since the senior students are groomed by Ms. Sapna Malik, we decided to take her opinion on International Children's Parliament.
And I strongly believe, in fact, that democracy is a way of life. And the first preparation of understanding democracy, of living as a democratic citizen, begins in the school itself. So when we organize activities like Youth Parliament, it enables the students to learn to express their opinions, learn to respect the opinion of others, and most importantly, they learn responsible decision making.
There is no future without knowing its shortcomings. Let us now hear what our principal, Ms. Anjali Agarwal, has to say.
International Children's Parliament. When I first heard of it, I was quite surprised, considering the age of the children involved. They were barely 9, 10 or 11-year-old children, and we never considered that these children can have ideas and participate in a model United Nations or get to know what Parliament is all about. But when I interacted with the children, I was pleasantly surprised to see how well they had done their research. These children are going to grow up and become citizens of tomorrow. But more than that, they're going to grow up to be more aware young people.
You know, what's the most motivating thing? We now have many more students volunteering to be part of our parliament in such a short period of time. The children are so excited that they have come up with the letters to principal in order to make our school more sustainable. They have also come up with the letters to Chief Minister in order to curb the pollution that would be caused during Diwali. The next video that comes out from St. Mark's will definitely have more than 100 children working for a more sustainable school. Changes are not sudden, but it all begins somewhere.